What is going on, guys? How's life? Hopefully you guys having a fantastic ass day, bro. I know I am. Peace, love, and positivity. You already know the message. If you guys are not having a fantastic ass day, bro, hopefully it gets better. And let's get into this video, bro. What is going on, guys? Another day, another video, another habit. What is up? Now, currently, guys, we are on habit number 2. And there are 16 habits of the mind in total. But yeah, okay, so we are doing managing impulsivity. Take your time, think before acting, remaining calm, thoughtful, and deliberative. Alright, guys, so that's the lesson we're gonna learn, and let's go. Guys, so we're gonna bust out the laptop to get actual facts right here, and right here, as you can clearly see, this is from Google, managing impulsivity in the top, and right here in the bottom it says, here's 5 tips to try. So it's pretty much I put on how can ADHD impulsivity be controlled, and here are 5 tips. For people with ADHD. It says, understand how your ADHD functions. No two ADHD adults look the same. Maintain said. Number 2, it says, be mindful. You can also sharpen your self-awareness by practicing mindfulness. So be mindful of your surroundings and the moment. Be present. Number 3 is challenging negative thoughts and taking action. That's actually a good one because negative thoughts can take you to deep places. I know from experience. It took me to a crazy place that I really don't want to talk about. So yeah, man, just challenge those and do your best, man. Number 4, it says make it harder to act impulsive. So try to control it. It's literally this is all about calming. These are tips. Engage in calming activities. So engage in writing and painting and doing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys one thing that I got into, and you guys are gonna probably call me like, "What? No way!" I got into puzzling, and it was crazy how I got into it, man. The reason why I got into puzzling was because my little niece, my little cousin wanted to build this puzzle, and I was just like, you know what, screw it, I didn't feel like doing it, but I was like, wait, what am I gonna do? I was like, and it was actually yesterday. Speaking of that, it was actually yesterday, and it was pretty crazy. Okay, so pretty much right here it says, managing impulsivity, the habit of mind. Site defines managing impulsivity in the following way. A person who is able to manage their impulsivity well will take your time to consider alternatives, gather information, and come to a considered conclusion. They are able to set goals, prioritize, and keep their plans on track. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. Alright, we're gonna talk about it in this next slide. Bruh, let's get into it, bruh. Alright, guys, so pretty much the way I particularly view managing impulsivity is pretty much how you react when something hits you or something messes with you. Like, for example, when in the computer, when it said one of the steps when it said challenge your negative thoughts, and that pretty much means when somebody makes fun of you for being gay, straight, being gay, bisexual, dumb, retarded, little slow, weird, a nerd, or whatever it is, man. You obviously you get offended, and reactively, you say stupid things. You dwell in that negativity. That's the way I understood that one. For example, when somebody hates you, right, and he says, fuck you, dog, you're a piece of shit. Excuse my language. But when he says, fuck you, dog, like, you're a piece of shit, like, I hate your ass. When somebody tells you that, you know, you automatically react. You're like, well, fuck you too then, like, fuck off, dog, like, shit. I don't, like, you just say the randomest thing ever. And that's pretty much what managing means. Like, instead of saying that, challenge yourself and be like, nope, nope, don't react to it, don't do it, and then like challenge it, and then ignore it is the best way. That's why there's a quote that says, I think, I think it says smart people. I think it says kids, kids, kids fight back. Men like they take control. For example, like they burn them, like they roast them, and legends ignore it. And that's pretty much the best way, because when you respond and like you burn them, whatever it is, you're still getting into that negative mind state, because you're spreading negativity. Negativity is coming out of your mouth. Now, I'm not particularly saying, because sometimes in life, like, you know, life can get pretty dark, you know, like, for example, I know I'm all positive, but sometimes I can get a little negative. Like, I won't lie, nobody's perfect in this world, you know, we gotta understand that nobody's perfect. But if we manage to react to the situation in a different manner, I feel like life will be better, man. Like, here's an example that I would give you guys, that where I wouldn't be able to control my managed impulsivity. For example, if my and I hate talking about this. I hate talking about this. Like, I swear. But if it helps you, then I'll talk about it. If my dad passes away, I pretty much, I wouldn't know what to do in life, man. Like, I wouldn't know who I'll be, or I wouldn't know what type of man would I be, because my dad has taught me so much in life that it's like, damn, he is the reason why I'm in a good path. So I don't know I don't even know if I'd be doing videos. I don't know if I'd be doing in the right path, or I don't know where I'll be, to be honest. I'd probably be misguided somewhere doing dumb stuff, or like probably just ruining my life or something like that. Like, I don't know. So he means a lot, and he holds a lot of value to me. Like, you know, ever since I was a kid, and he always loved me, and he always cared for me. Like, he would always tell me the story of my birth. And pretty much, to put it a long story short, I lost a brother, right? Um, and he passed away as a premature kid, and that kind of gives me like a psychological advantage too, like in life. Like, if you ever say what helps you keep going and what drives you, the fact that me and my brother that didn't make it, we both are premature, and he didn't make it and I made it, makes me feel like I got a purpose and I gotta keep working. You get me? And I feel like I found that with YouTube. And I remember my dad telling me, like, he's like, dude, I like, straight up, I was just devastated when when the doctors when one of the nurses told me that you could have been blind, you could have been deaf, or you wouldn't have a limb, or you wouldn't be complete, you know? In other words, and it's like, I was destroyed, man. I was just heartbroken and terrified, man. Like, because he don't want to lose me, and he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll take him. And he's like, I don't care. At that moment, he reacted. He's like, I don't care no more. Like, I just want him to be alive. I promise I'll take care of him. Like, he pretty much made an oath, and he made a promise, and he did good. He did good. To this point on, I swear, he did good. He did phenomenal. And I wouldn't want to have any other dad than him. Like, legit. I know I'm getting emotional, but yeah. And so pretty much, he told me, and like, he was just so devastated, or he didn't know what to do. So what he did was, as they were driving home, he remembers he stopped by a church, right? It was actually the same church that him, my dad, and my mom got married. And he pulls us up right there, because the hospital that I was in, like, they passed through that church, and he just needed somebody to talk to. And he prayed for God, like, he put it on God's hands, like, he cried, like, he He told me he poured out, and he was just so emotional. Like so many emotions were mixed up. But like uh, anything could be posted. Anything could be posted in a video. But the purpose is the purpose is the thing that really matters. You know, like he like at that moment he didn't care. Like he felt like he even said he's like, dude, I was probably not making a lot of sense. Like I probably wasn't even like paying attention or whatever. But honestly, I just pretty much, long story short, I just put it in his hands and I cried, and then from there, once I got out, I had to trust him. You know, I had to have a sense of faith and give him the benefit of the doubt, because I kind of felt doubtful. You know, I was kind of scared, but I had to give him the benefit of the doubt. Thanks to that, man, I feel like you're born with 5 arms, 5 limbs, and you're all good, and you're all good to go. And he did a good, fantastic ass job, man, and that's the way he reacted to it. Like how he changed and how he managed. That's actually a good example. How he took a negative and heartbroken. That could have literally destroyed him, because he could have lost. He could have probably lost 2 sons, and then would have never had the will and the courage to have my sisters. So they would have probably like not gotten together, and my parents would have probably been divorced because probably of other problems and of other things. Man, I don't even want to talk about. They don't worry, you know, nothing that serious. Like they're good. Their marriage is solid. They're not fighting. They're good. They're good. Yeah, they have good chemistry. But it's like something like losing a son or losing somebody, because he already suffered through that, hurt my dad and my mom both. You know, so they were kind of scared, and I don't know what type of deep dark hole or my dad or my mom would have gotten in if like they would have probably lost both of us. Like it would have probably hurt them deep or something. But yeah, he did a good job, and I'm forever grateful. And honestly, you know, I am super grateful to wake up every day and just cherish every single moment with him. Like he, he meant a lot. He means a lot to me. So yeah, I wouldn't know how to manage impulsivity, and that's okay. We're all human, you know. We're not all gonna we're not all gonna manage. You know, at that moment, you're gonna say fuck that shit. You know, I'm gonna cry, dude. Like I'm gonna cry. I'm probably gonna fall into depression if anything. Like straight up, I'm not gonna manage my impulsivity. But if like for example, when some time passes, and you just start accepting the fact that, for example, like if my dad passed away, if I start um and I don't even want to mention this. If I start accepting the fact that he's gone and he passed away, then I will be able to manage my impulsivity from looking at it in a sad perspective and looking at it in a perspective where if he passed away because he's old, I'm like, good on him. He lived a great life. He was a happy dude. He was a good dude. Most importantly, he showed me how to be a man. He guided me to the right path, and he did a good job. He's over there happy and having fun over there in heaven. He's living his life, and he's the best, man. Yeah, like I would change my impulsivity from shit, he's dead. Like I'm not gonna see him no more. To as time passes, to he was old. He needed a rest. He's finally resting, and he's happy over there in heaven, and he's folly jolly and like stuff like that, you know. But it's all process, you know. You can't manage impulsivity quick. It all takes time, like anything. Like my YouTube channel takes time. It's gonna take time to reach 100. It's gonna take time to reach 200 subs, but it will happen. And yeah, man. So that's for managing impulsivity. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Stay positive. Hopefully, you guys have a fantastic guys day, bro. I know I am. Peace, love, and positivity. Stay positive and be happy.